How y'all doing? This is Tracy's Kitchen and Appalachian Adventures. I want to talk about this in this video, the diabolical plots. Okay, I'm talking about money again. Why am I talking about money? Because you know what? It's so many poor people. It's not just poor people that are staying poor and keeping themselves poor, but it's middle class people who are becoming poor. It's rich people who are becoming poor. So something is really wrong with the system if we have such a false economy that all these people are becoming poor and staying poor. What's the truth? We have a false economy. This system is designed to keep you poor. Okay, this system was designed by white people. I'm being real. I'm not being racist. I'm not a racist person at all. Okay, this is called a capitalistic system. And it is designed to keep you poor. It is only designed for a few white people to be rich. A few white people in America, a few white people in Europe. It's not even designed for us, for definitely not people of color. The whole capitalistic system says you have to have a certain percentage of the populace who's poor in order for all these other rich people to continue to be rich. The poor have to be exploited. In other words, you got to pay them artificially low wages in order for them to be exploited. China has proved this. All this junk we buy from China, lamps, scarves, they sell to us for $17, but they pay, the poor peasants a nickel an hour for all the lamps and all the scarves that we buy. Okay, so this system that's designed by white men, wasn't designed by black men, so don't blame us, and definitely don't blame Obama. Obama wasn't even born when when this capitalistic system was in place. He wasn't even born. It doesn't work. Okay, it is not, for one thing, it's not on God's economy. It's not God's economy. In God's economy, everybody could be a millionaire. Everybody could be a billionaire. Okay. In God's economy, there's no shortage of money. There is a shortage of natural resources, but there is no shortage of money. Every man, woman, and child in the world could be rich. But this capitalistic system, which is really the devil's economy, the world system, it's making people poor and keeping people poor. The other problem is that in this U.S. economy, the white man, because, I'm just being real, being honest, he hadn't planned on, there are other ethnic minorities, the Koreans, the Indians, the Pakistanis. The white man had not planned on them being entrepreneurs, had not planned on them being wealthy, and it has debunked the whole theory. Let's face it, the Koreans, the Indians, the Pakistanis, they own most of the laundromats and these little corner grocery stores and hair places. In the stores, okay, and hotels, okay. I saw a Korean the other day. He was real skinny, so he's not eating the American food. Had a pair of jeans on, and he was driving a Mercedes Benz. Okay, was telling me he got some money. They send their children to the best schools. They live in good houses. They do not live in the black ghettos, okay. But they don't spend either. They don't go to the malls. They don't go out to dinner, eat the American food. They don't go to concerts. There's only a sprinkling of them at the concerts. But yet they have become not capitalists, but they have become entrepreneurs. Why? Because they took whatever knowledge they had from their country, which is to buy and sell, and came to America. Buying and selling plus freedom equals true financial prosperity. Buying and selling plus freedom. Their country doesn't have freedom. This country has freedom, but their country does have buying and selling, but they don't have freedom and a good supply of food, okay? But this country has, you can buy and sell in this country. This country has freedom, plus it has a better supply of food. So, of course, they're going to have money. The third part is that a better name for the capitalistic system is just rampant unrestrained greed. But that word, rampant unrestrained greed, is not going to work in the economic classes in college or grad school. So they just call it capitalistic system. Okay? It's a diabolical plot, y'all, to keep the black man poor. Let's get real for a minute. In the past, the black businesses were burnt down to even keep them from prospering. Black people should own the Kroger. Black people should own the super centers. But unfortunately, in the past, and how are you going to recover when your business is burned down? You have lost your inventory. You have lost your machinery. You've lost everything. Talk about terrorist acts. And see, nowadays, they just pay the black gangs to burn down the black businesses. Because the white man's not going to come, or the Klan is not going to come to the black community and burn down their restaurants and burn down their businesses. It's going to get the black gangs to do it. Die. Now, the rich celebrities, they could easily give a black man, a black business, $15,000 loan. But see, their contracts precludes them from getting it, from doing that. It's written in their contract, whether they're sports figures, entertainment figures, in the music industry, whatever. Their contract precludes them from doing anything for black Americans. You cannot do anything for black Americans. That's what's in their contract. You cannot build houses for black Americans, no matter how poor. You cannot build buildings in the black community. You cannot have youth centers in the black community. You cannot give any black businesses any loan. If you want the crazy money, you cannot do anything for the blacks in America. They don't care if you give $20 to the Africans. They don't care if you give $20 to the Puerto Ricans or $20 to the Hispanics in Mexico or $20 to the Cubans. But just don't give any money to the black Americans, the blacks in America. Do not give them business loans. They're not allowed to give them business loans. They're not allowed to give them, build houses for them, any youth centers, nursing homes, etc. I mean, like, look, if you, they're saying if you want the crazy money, if you want a $55 million contract to play for the San Francisco 49ers or a $130 million contract to play for Miami Heat, you cannot do anything for black Americans. And you don't see LeBron James making a business loan. I've never seen it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I've never seen Michael Jordan or LeBron build the youth centers for the young people in Ohio or Chicago. I have not seen them build nursing homes. I have not seen Oprah even give a $200 loan to a small black business, much less a $15,000 loan. I have not even seen her give a $200 loan. I've never seen Oprah build one house. I've never seen Oprah build one porch for any poor black people. And frankly, I've never even seen Oprah say, look, here's a plot of land, start a garden. I've never even seen her buy a piece of land that nobody wants and say, here, black people, this is your garden. I've never even seen that. Because if Oprah wants the crazy money, she is precluded, not that she was going to do anything for blacks anyway, but she is definitely precluded in her business contract not to do anything for blacks. And she doesn't, ever. I haven't seen her do anything for blacks in the 30 years I've been watching that fat woman. So, and the irony of that is that it's poor blacks who's buying all of this junk, all the jerseys, the tennis shoes, that Oprah magazine. That's the irony. It's poor blacks who's making these blacks rich. We're going to see the stupid movies, okay? Now, welfare was designed for the black man. Why was welfare? It was part of a diabolical plot, y'all. Why was welfare designed for the black man? Because they did not want the black man asking for a job in JCPenney's, or Kodak, RCA, or what they call corporate America. So just give them welfare, tell them to shut up. And then they made a stupid rule, well, if you want welfare, you cannot have a man live in your house. So therefore, the black man was kicked out of the house. And it just gave a birth to a whole underclass of people where the man is absent. Got baby mamas everywhere. Baby daddy, baby mamas everywhere. Crime upon crime. The only thing they give us blacks to sell is drugs. Drugs and liquor and numbers? That's all they give us to sell. But they don't want us to sell inventory, real inventory, okay? They want to keep the black man poor. Okay? It's all part of a diabolical plot, y'all. Now, you take like the problem in LA Skid Row, that could be solved overnight. All they gotta do is get some rich black person to build an apartment complex for the people in Skid Row, or a rich white person, benevolent rich white person, but they're not going to do that either. Okay? So in order for this greedy capitalistic system to increase, you got to have a certain percentage of the population that's poor. Now, we know that a quarter equals 2 dimes and a nickel. We know that. Okay? But there's going to be somebody, let's say you have a nickel stock. Okay? If you have a nickel stock that's 5 cents a share, there's going to be somebody that's going to buy 30 of them, and then, 3 months later, the stock is going to go from 5 cents a share to $30 a share. That's like a 3,000% increase. Well, excuse me, why didn't they tell the people in Skid Row that? So they could have bought gazillions of shares. Why didn't they tell the people, in the white and the black people in the trailer parks, that there's a nickel stock that's going to increase to $30 a share? No, they only told it to 2 people. And those 2 people are gazillionaires by now, 30 years old and got $1 billion in the bank. Okay? They should have told the people in Tent City, they would have bought some of the stock. Told the people in trailer parks they should have bought the stock. Okay? But see, this whole theory, this capitalistic system, did not count on the surge of other ethnic minorities, the Indians, the Koreans, and Pakistanis, had not counted on them being rich and being entrepreneurs. But they did. They did anyway. Okay? Because they came here with their own economy, and their own economy is to buy and sell. And some of them have gone to corporate America, become lawyers, doctors, etc. But see, this is all part of a diabolical plot. Keep certain percentage of the population poor. And then, part 2, I'm going to talk about the diabolical plot in the church. Have a nice day.